Good morning. It's Wednesday, the 26th of May, 2021. Kind of a dark, gloomy day, but kind of early yet still. Good week so far. Thank God for that. Looking forward to the rest of the week. My dear wife's birthday is tomorrow, and Caleb's birthday is on Friday, and I think Ellie's birthday is Sunday. So we've got, got a few family birthdays this week. Then we get into June. We're packed with birthdays in June. It's fun time. So we enjoy the spring. We get to celebrate a lot of family birthdays the next couple of months. So we're looking forward to all of that and being able to actually do some things together this year for the first time. Since 2 years ago. So I'll let you think this morning. I love this little verse. Mary and I have been reading through John in our gospel readings at night, and John is just packed with stuff, and I'm studying First John, of course, for our Bible study. So John is just packed. I want you to look though, John 17. We call the prayer that starts, "Our Father who art in heaven." We call that the Lord's Prayer, but that's the Lord's sample prayer. He's teaching us to pray. The real Lord's Prayer is in John 15, 16, 17. All the way through there, we find Jesus' prayer to the Father. He's on earth. He's getting ready to go home. He's praying for those he's leaving behind. And if you read through that, you find out that John is praying for his disciples, but he's also praying for all those who are going to believe in his name through all the generations. And that means Jesus is praying for us. And one of the things he prayed for us was in chapter 17, verse 15. He said, "I do not pray that you should take them out of the world, but that you should keep them from the evil one. They are not of this world, even as I am not of this world. Sanctify them through your truth." We're going to live in this world. We can't seclude ourselves. We can't become recluses. We can't become hermits. We can't go live in a monastery, someplace like Glendalough, where some of the early Irish monks lived. Beautiful place to live. I could see wanting to live there. We can't go off and hide in a cave someplace to deepen our relationship with God. We have to live in the world. We have to go to work. We have to provide for our families. We have to meet people. We have to deal with shopkeepers. We have to deal with people all around us. And it would be nice to just say, you know what, I'm just going to exclude myself from all that. There's times in America when I was in churches and I was in church Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, church activities, going church visitation on Tuesday night, and youth meetings and children's meetings and teaching in a Christian school. And very little of my life was spent with the world. Probably 95% of my time was spent with Christians. And it was quite an eye-opener to move here where there were only a handful of us believers. And learning how to live in the real world was it was quite surprising. But then I began to realize, Jesus is not praying that we'd leave this world. We're going to be here, but he says that that God the Father would keep us from the influences of the world. That means we've got to get out there. A dear friend told me one time early on in Nace that if you're going to do anything here, you're going to have to learn how to get your hands dirty, and that really had an impact. But that does and we do. We have to be in the world and deal with the realities of the world. But that doesn't mean we have to be of the world. Our lives don't need to conform to the world. When Paul wrote to the Romans, he said that he prayed that he told the Romans that they need to be not conformed to this world but transformed by the renewing of our minds. We can't be conformers in this world. We need to be the ones who are transforming our own lives and transforming the lives of the world around us. But we have to be here. And the great comfort is to know that when things get tough, we don't know what to say, we get in a difficult situation, things are hard. We need to remember that Jesus prayed for us. He prayed very specifically for us. And I thank God for that. I thank God that we also read in other parts of Scripture that Jesus is in heaven at the right hand of God, interceding for us even today. On this Wednesday morning, the 26th of May, 2021, Jesus is interceding for you and he's interceding for me. And he's praying for us. He's praying that God would not take us out of this world. Got to do it. But that we would be protected from the world, and our lives and our walk with him would not be destroyed by the world, but instead we are transforming and changing the world through his power and through his strength. Let's remember that today. Remember as we go through the day, remember Jesus is praying for you and me. And let's take great comfort in that. God bless.